Internet, before we get into the nitty-gritty of this new Republican healthcare law, there are two principal things that we need to understand about healthcare. Number one is, to the insurance companies, their best, most awesomest customer is someone who pays their premiums on time every month and never has to take from the system. Number two is, in order for healthcare to work efficiently, there need to be more healthy people on than sick people enrolled to offset the cost, to make sure that everyone's premiums aren't like outrageously high and the insurance companies can still turn a profit. Alright, now I've broken this up into 4 key parts, ranging from least complicated to most complicated, so let's go. The Republican healthcare bill, or the American Healthcare Act, keeps 2 key Obamacare provisions. You can stay on your parents' insurance until you're 26, and insurance companies can't discriminate against people with pre-existing conditions. Both wildly popular among their constituents, so I'm not surprised that these things made the cut. Moving on, the American Healthcare Act does away with the individual mandate of Obamacare. Now, on the surface, this might seem amazing and awesome, but if we delve just a little bit deeper, this is kind of problematic. If you remember what I said at the beginning of the video, when we need more healthy people enrolled than sick people enrolled to make this whole thing work, you'll understand why that's an issue. Individual mandate made anyone, healthy, sick, rich, or poor, be on healthcare to offset the cost. Now that there's no individual mandate, if I'm a young, healthy person, I can look at the bill and say, nah, I don't need it, I get healthcare. Everybody who's already in the system, if all of the healthy people leave, their premiums start skyrocketing. If you want a better explanation of the individual mandate, link in the description. Vox did a great video on it. But no, that's a problem and it will make premiums go up. Now, the Republican response to this is a surcharge for breaking continuous coverage. What does that mean? Let's say you have a job, but you want to buy your insurance independently. Cool, you can do that. So you lose your job, you can't pay your premiums. You can't pay your premiums, your insurance company drops you. Now, according to the American Healthcare Act, if you are without coverage for 63 days, so if you're out of a job for like 2 months and 3 days, there will be a charge when you go to re-enter the system. So you'll have to pay 30% of whatever your premium was just to get back into the system. Republicans say that this will offset the lack of an individual mandate and keep premiums down. One critique of this system is, if I have to pay 30% just to get back into the system, point of even going back into the system right now, I'm young, I'm healthy, I don't need it. And if that's the case, then premiums go up and everybody's paying a bunch of money. Next, the American Healthcare Act will keep the Medicaid expansion provisions until 2020. What does that mean? Now, under Obamacare, if you were legally poor, that means making $15,000 a year individually, or around $24,000 for a family of 4. If that was your income yearly, then the federal government said, cool, we'll pay for your health care. If this bill becomes a law on January 1st, 2020, that would effectively freeze enrollment and not let anybody else onto the system, which is around 20 million Americans. If this bill becomes a law, no longer will the federal government pay for Medicaid patients as needed. Each state that opts into it, which is around 31 states right now, will get a lump sum of money. And after that lump sum of money runs out, I guess too bad, and that's up to your state to decide how your bill gets picked up at the doctor's office. Republicans say that by this time the economy will be doing better and people will be making more money, so there will be no reason for that. And lastly, and probably the most confusing, tax credits. So Obamacare didn't just make up money. It had subsidies, and it taxed the upper 1% of Americans and businesses to make up for the money to use on healthcare. Now, under this new Republican-devised American Healthcare Act, that is no longer the case. The tax credits work on a tiered age system, not a tiered income system. I'm reading the actual act right here. So if you were under 30, you get $2,000. If you're between 30 and 40, you get $2,500. If you're between 40 and 50, you get $3,000. If you're between 50 and 60, you get $3,500. And if you're over 60, you get $4,000. And now on the surface, this might look great. Those who are 60 get twice as much as those who are 20. That looks amazing. But if we delve a tad deeper into the actual language of the bill, we can see that insurance companies get to charge people over 60 up to 5 times more than people who are under 30. Which means, yeah, that $4,000 is cool, but that's a drop in the bucket if your bill is $15,000. And just for some reference, the average cost of healthcare per American is about $10,000. But again, that's just the average. Some are much higher and some are much lower. But guys, I think that's where I'm going to end this video. Let me know how you guys feel about anything I said in the comment section down below. Do you like this new Republican system of healthcare? Do you absolutely hate it? Do you like it for the most part? Do you think it needs tweaking? Do you not want them to repeal Obamacare? Let me know in the comment section down below. There's some other stuff I did want to cover about this, but the video would be like 20 minutes long and nobody would watch it. So if you want more healthcare coverage, again, comment section down below, just let me know. And hey, while you're down there leaving your carefully worded comment, go ahead and press that subscribe button if you're new here. Press the like button if you liked it. Favorite if you really liked it. Share this video to someone who doesn't know about the new healthcare plan. And as always, internet, my name is Joseph Ferguson, and this has been a DJ Fergal production.